This is an interesting question.
I can add to that. I would agree with 100% with his first 2 points, and then I would emphasize even more so. I don't think excuse me, let me rephrase. Overestimate how much we want to listen to you guys speak. We actually don't want to listen to you guys speak that much.
Facts. Yeah.
And there's a reason for that. It's not because we hate you guys or we don't want to communicate or emotional. No, it's because men and women are very different. The way we communicate is very different. If you guys notice, when we would ask you guys a question, you guys would answer something that didn't relate to the question whatsoever. And this podcast exemplifies that men and women communicate differently. We typically tend to communicate very overtly, very directly. Hey, XYZ, boom, an exchange of information, done. Communication is done. Women, on the other hand, it's how do I feel? Or what's the reason why you asked me this question, as she said earlier. So we don't communicate the same. So for us to talk to you guys is very labor intensive and very. So men don't like to talk to women as much as you guys think we do. Oh, I like good conversation and shit. Good conversation for you. We don't like to converse like that.
A good example of this with my wife.
He answered very honestly.
Like for years.
Did you not hear anything?
I would have to, and sometimes still to this day, I'll say I'm talking about me. Because what'll happen is we'll be having a conversation, it gets internalized quickly, and she'll go, well, listen, what I'm saying is, and the way that I feel about this, and then sometimes that'll lead to like these side tangents about other ways that she feels about it. And I'll go, look, I'm talking about me.
That's such a good point.
I'm talking about me.
Right.
And she'll go, okay, we're talking about you.
Right. And let me explain what it means by
back into the point.
I rarely say that, right? But when I do, she knows we're talking about you. We're talking about you, not about you, right? So that's worked very well for me.
And let me, that's really important because we've interviewed almost 3,000 girls on the show. One of the number one things I've noticed about women from doing this show, whether they are educated or they're not, they're smart or they're stupid, whenever I say something that's an objective fact, the girls internalize it and assume I'm talking about them. I'll say...
Or they'll take whatever side thing is and then relay it to how it makes them feel.
Yes.
And I don't give a shit about either of those things.
I'll give you guys an example. If I say most men are losers that are incompetent, we would say, yeah, you're right, dude, they are. No argument. If I say most women are wow, not all women, that's what girls respond with, or that's not me. So what I've realized is women have in general, not all, but they have an inability to detach a statement being made from their own intrinsic value or how they feel, or they assume that I'm talking about them. But I'm not. But with men, I don't have that problem. I don't have to say I'm talking objectively or I'm talking in general. With women, I always have to say, I'm speaking in general. I'm talking about this specifically to not get their feelings involved, which is crazy. That's why we don't like talking to y'all. You guys just literally
why women deserve less,
you guys literally got the background. Why we don't like talking to y'all like that much. It's because you guys communicate differently, and it's very annoying.
Well, I have a suggestion. Just say what you have to say and walk away. Say what you have to say and walk away. Don't let them don't let them.
The female or the male?
Anybody.
No, like she's speaking as
y'all. The male or the female, but usually.
But that defeats the point.
No, you say what you have to say.
That
like
doesn't
walk away. Let them sit on it and think about it. And then, because at that moment, if you tell a woman anything that they're doing wrong, even if you say the eggs wasn't cooked right, even if you're just being honest, she's gonna have something to say. She's gonna feel offended. But if you say it and walk away, she don't have time to think about it before she responds.
If you tell, if you tell a woman, you tell anybody this, you cook my eggs like shit, they're supposed to internalize that.
Yeah, but
no, there's no but
they are.
They're supposed to internalize it and supposed to say,
but we are
going to.
Because now you're talking about
hang on, stop.
This is precisely what we said.
Now you are talking about them and their performance, and they're supposed to internalize that. What I'm saying is if you're talking about something which is external to them and they internalize it. Here's an example, right? Guy gets home from work. He comes in and he's like, I am fucking beat. I am exhausted. And a woman goes, oh my God, I know exactly how you feel. I get exhausted all the time and my feet hurt and my knees hurt. And I want to talk about me, right? That's an internalization.
Okay,
that's what we're talking about by internalization. You internalize things which you hear
can't compare ourselves.
That fucking have nothing to do with you, but are internalized by you.
Let me finish what I feel like before you start talking about you.
Right.
Don't try to act like you understand.
Well, not just
when
that, but you
you've
can
been
do
sitting
it.
at home
You
all
can
day.
apply
Don't
this
try
to 100 different external situations. I'm just giving you like a quick example. You know what I mean?
I know.
Very blunt and straight to the point,
Right.
Yeah.
versus going in a bunch of different directions.
Or actually, you know what you would do if your guy says, "Damn, I'm fucking beat." You shut. You don't say anything.
Yep.
Give him
You go.
a massage.
I'll pull
Right.
my
Come
man's
here,
shoes
baby.
off. Me
Right.
Come
personally,
here.
I'll pull my man's shoes off.
I cook you something.
Girls.
Holy shit.
He's telling you what the fuck is the
This is
answer,
fucking
and
crazy.
you're
This is
talking
happening
over him,
real
bro.
time, like right now.
Yeah.
Precisely what the problem.
And you're talking
What I would do is this.
What
It's
I
like,
would do is this. Bitch, shut the fuck up. You're crazy, right? Vagina, man.
is that what you would do?
Shit,
Great.
crazy.
You are married. Raise your hand if you're married.
Only
Oh,
one.
if I'm
Yep.
Only
I've
one.
been
Barely, bro. Barely, right?
So what you would do is you would be quiet, and then you would literally go, assuming you're with this guy and you know what the hell he wants and shit. You would go get whatever comforts him, or you would bring him something that he likes, or you if he likes massages, you would do that. That's your job as the woman, to have the critical thinking skills to see what your guy want or what relaxes him and make it happen
What he
without him
needs.
saying anything.
Right.
You just go over. Just sit down right here. I'm gonna put some
That's
food on the
even more
plate.
annoying.
Here's your favorite TV show, right? And then
And
they
then you
sit
leave.
down. And you know what's great too? When they sit down quietly next to you, it's perfect. It's a perfect evening.
Shut the
Yeah.
fuck up
Fucking
and wait
hear
till he
about how it
asks
makes you
for
feel, how I
something.
feel. How I feel
Merch.
and how you feel about how I feel. I don't care how you feel about how I feel. That's the point.
But yeah, the original question was keeping a guy around and then not being a whore. If you're not annoying, you don't talk that much, you're attractive, you cook, you clean, and shit like that, you do that, you'll be able to get most guys to stick around, man, honestly.
All right.
And we don't care about your opinion that much either. That's another thing too that girls grossly overestimate, is that we care about your guys' opinion. And the reason why we don't care about your opinion is because men and women are very different. We live much harder lives than you guys do, so we don't respect your opinions. This is being honest with y'all, how men really think.
Misogyny.
We also don't care about most other men's opinion, right? We don't care across the board about most people's opinion. And it's like, for some reason, though, women seem to be trapped in this kind of isolated thinking mechanism of how other people think of me controls how I do life. It's insane, but that's why social shame for women is particularly effective, but not particularly effective towards men. Men conform far less than women because of that phenomenon. And it's like, if you look at that and you understand that, you understand you shouldn't even be offended by the fact that men don't care about your opinion, because they mostly don't care about other men's opinion either.
Yeah,
facts,
it's actually a very masculine trait to not care about other people's opinions. The only time you typically do care is if the man, see, men are different. Like, we care about someone's opinion only if that individual excels in something that we respect, right? Or that individual has some type of merit, right? Like with men, we're dominant hierarchies. Okay, you're better than me at this, I respect you. But with women, it's not like that. Like, you guys, everybody gets an opinion. No, we don't operate that way. We only value opinions and takes from people that are either at our level, if not better.
highly skilled, right?
Yes.
Or they're doing something we want. You know,
Yes.
if you
Right.
go to a gym and you see a guy who's stacked and you want to look like that, you walk over and you go, "Hey, man, how the fuck do I do that?"
Steroids.
Yeah. Men value meritocracy versus women don't. This is why most of you guys are to vote Democrat.
Totally.
Oh, you get $1, you get $1, you get $1. With us, it's like, no, the best guy gets the most dollars, and then everything falls under that.
Yeah, my one take is just don't be like her. All right, that's what.
You were trying to say something before.
Right.
Best take of the night.
She has a question.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So, let's say this woman, right? She has morals. She don't really technically have
what?
to be
Morals.
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 She don't technically have to be Christian, but let's just say she has the right mind over her, like right head over her shoulders.
Yeah.
And she comes to you with her opinions. Would you genuinely, as a man, hear her out? You don't genuinely have to understand where she's coming from, but you, as her main man, would you hear her out?
Of course, if it's like important or whatever. But if she wants to come and tell me about her opinions with nails and shit and stupid stuff that I don't care about,
right.
because a lot of girls like to have conversation, then
Right.
no. Like
Okay.
the no.
Yeah, that's understandable.
You know, that's what you talk to your female friends about. Okay. Do you think the podcast is positive for society? What is the ultimate purpose of the podcast? Excellent question. We have a Money Monday. We have a Womanizer Wednesday where we teach guys how to date and be attractive, how to not smell, how to be attractive in general, go to the gym. Then we have Fitness Friday where we answer questions. So we try to help guys become the best version of themselves on the show. The nighttime show is just what we do with the after hours. How to invest in real estate, how to make money, cryptocurrency, etc. Because a lot of guys don't have their shit together.
Yeah, I didn't.
Is the reality.
Real value.
So that's what we do. The after hour show, this is just entertainment for the guys after.
Pretty much.
And I see a different value for the show, maybe than what even you guys present.
Mm-hmm.
Because for me, I don't care that much about dating, and I don't give men dating advice. I'm never going to. I don't give men any advice, right? I run a whole different type of entertainment platform. But what's really interesting about it is it explores something which people love, which is the interpersonal dynamics which currently exist within culture between men and men and women. And that shit is fascinating.
Yeah.
And it's fascinating to men, it's fascinating to women across the board, and it brings a huge amount of value to culture, because what you start to see is, wait, other people are having similar experiences. Other people are having similar problems. Other people are having similar issues. Even if you don't take any of the advice, none of that, it's still good to inform yourself on what's going on.